So motor loss measurement, again, we're taking that really accurate three-phase AC measurement. We're taking that really accurate torque and speed measurement, and we're looking at those power values. And if we want to start segregating out losses, we can estimate our resistance. We can measure our resistance directly with thermocouples. We can measure our iron losses directly with thermocouples and equations. And I should mention that iron losses also have a thermal effect. I didn't say that earlier, but like everything, there's a thermal effect. And we can measure our mechanical losses with an equation or curve based on measurement. So with measurement, with equations, we can start to put together this whole system. All right, and I'll close out with my example. I think I'm going a little over on time, but we should be all right. We have our motor losses in black. This is the total loss for the electric machine. We have our copper losses in red. This again was a simple model. We were only using one thermocouple and a pretty basic linear estimation. But we can see that when we load step, that copper loss goes up and we have a pretty fixed value for a pretty fixed current. Our stray losses end up being a pretty significant chunk, again, due to the lack of accuracy of my model because of where that thermocouple was placed, and actually probably due to some of the dynamic losses, and the fact that my equations aren't accounting for those that well. We hit this big bump in iron loss, or excuse me, stray loss, and I think that's probably largely attributed to the simplicity of my iron loss model. But we can see that dynamic loss come in, and that's what I get excited about. Because we're measuring on that cycle basis, we can see that dynamic loss. And then we have our eddy current losses, our mechanical losses, our hysteresis losses, and I had very simple models for those. I did not have temperature compensated models for those, so they're relatively simple, but we can see all of these in the same place. And we can start to understand our loss behavior in those dynamic scenarios. And I think that's really cool. And as the machine settles out, we can see those stray losses changing. And that's kind of like the error band for what our loss calculations are.